Welcome back to the Gamer Sleep Podcast, the show where we dive into gaming, pop culture, and occasionally the larger meaning as to why one nostril is perpetually clogged. I'm your host, Larry, and as always, I'm joined with my pals, Harry
Hi.
and Aaron.
Hey, how's it going?
It feels like it's been an age since the last show, and time has been a blink. We've got a lot that's been going on in between,
Mhm.
lots of news, lots of things to cover. But as always, we do want to do our little catch up here. So, Harry, I nominate you. What you been up to, man? What you been going? Ugh. What you
Work,
been up
man.
to?
Work. They're giving us a big push, so probably going to be going to 6 days a week at work, which is so stupid.
So you'll be on the sleep side of gaming.
I will be on the sleep side. I'm gonna try and still game. Like I've been trying to get back into streaming. It's weird, like because I'm very good at oh man, I like how you are. Like I like your aura. You should stream. And people stream and they're like, do really good. But like I'll stream and I'm like, I'm horrible at this.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible to think that. I mean, you just got a brand new fancy camera, which
Oh, dude,
we've been playing with this entire time before we got onto the show.
I
How you
can
like that?
I like it. I mean, I went from 1080p to like 10 frames per second to 1080p
10
60
frames per
or
second.
or 4K 30.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the hand gestures. What brand of camera is that? No free
It
advertising, but
is an OBS bot,
that's cool. Yeah,
an
that's
OBS
neat.
bot. However you like, yeah, it's the tiny two. It's got AI gestable.
Whoa.
AI. AI.
Allen Iverson is in your camera? That's
He's
a
controlling it.
76ers player for anybody who doesn't know the basketball things.
I wanted a gimbal camera. Like I was like, I want one so I can like if I wanted to move around the room, it would follow me.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy with the decision. It was like usually a $200 camera, and I was on Amazon, and it was like, hey, this camera that you look at quite a bit is $125. I was like, son of a bitch, I'm in.
Take my money.
And I
That's cool.
got
That's a cool
that
upgrade.
uh Amazon brand key lights, which are nice because they're not as like harsh as my Lowe's silver heating lamps
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
put LED bulbs in.
You were getting a suntan before you changed
Yeah,
it to LEDs.
I was crispy.
Yeah.
No, and I got my brother-in-law into like XLR, so we both
You're trying to
invested in
convert
a.
you're
I'm
trying to
trying to
convert
convert
a few
Aaron.
people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I got a
luck.
Rode Streamer X. Sorry, my daughter just walked in. Yeah, I got a Rode Streamer X. Those are nice. My one died. Like it's weird. It doesn't work on my computer, but it works on like every other computer I plug it into.
Yeah.
That's just
So
bizarre.
yeah, and so I got a new. I was using my Rodecaster Pro 2 for like the last two episodes. Really great sound, and I was like, maybe I want to stick with Rode products.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
So
solid stuff.
Yeah. Why not?
Rode. I mean, the gamers sleep. I mean, what you use the Rode? What's the Procaster?
Yeah, he's the Procaster.
Yeah,
Yep.
I use the
Pretty
Pod
sure.
mic. We just got to convert Aaron now. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
If you all buy it for me, then yeah, I won't fight it, but
Aaron, I definitely understand that because mine was gifted to me. Mine was gifted to me by a good friend. So I am not going to be like, I bought mine. Why'd you buy yours? Like, no, I'm a product of charity.
I did buy some new tech last weekend, and it was just some new headphones for work.
Oh, you did need them though, because you sent a picture
Dude.
of those other headphones. Those things look like you got picked them up on the
Oh,
side of the road in the wasteland in Fallout.
Yeah, dude.
dude, they
Half
broke that day. That's the day they broke, and it's just the hinge broke. I had them for 5 years.
Yeah. If it's not
Then
broke, don't fix it because I'm sure they
right.
still worked well
They still
until
do
then.
work. Even with the broken hinge, they still technically work. Like,
Duct tape, duct tape.
I mean, yeah, I use the equivalent of that at my workplace. to
Now,
fix it.
Harry, I know that this is going to be audio in particular, so nobody's going to be able to see it. But you also finished your tattoo on your
Yeah,
arm,
yeah. Well, no, it's not finished. It's 2/3 of the way done.
so 2/3 of the
So
way done.
I
Yeah.
got full
What's this tattoo you got?
I got full demon Bendy from Bendy and the Dink Machine Dink B- Ink Machine.
Toot toot.
Bendy and the Ink Machine. I got it's just basically Bendy themed. If we
Okay.
get some people that jump into the Discord and they want to see it, I'll post pictures. But yeah, 2/3 of the way there. It's the guy that's doing it's one of my best friends. Like he was one of my groomsmen in my wedding. And so like he's like, "Hey man, you want a tattoo?" I was like, "Yeah." And I gave him an idea. He's like, "Okay, I love that game, so yes, I'll do it."
Oh, that's cool, and it looks great. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
he's come
You
a
shared the
long
pictures
way.
of it.
I
Awesome.
was one of his first tattoo um
Guinea pig.
canvases. Yeah, when he first started, I would say guinea pig, but he got like he went from good, but now he's just like phenomenal. Like that gent pipe on there from Bendy, oh my god, it looks so realistic. I don't know if you guys can see it right there, but it's pretty good.
I like that you have to like contort your body in order to show
Yeah.
it. It's like, oh no, and then you're like actually for the audio listeners, he's actually doing a handstand to try to get, to show us the tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah. Questions to that, guys. The audio video thing right now, it is becoming quite the issue trying to like record on uh Discord because you're getting video desync. So
Yeah, so it looks like a bad dub. So
yeah.
we'll figure that out. But that's more behind the scenes stuff. So on the bonus episode, we'll talk all about that. There isn't a bonus episode. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's gonna be the one for what do they use? Oh, it's like it's like the after NSFW stuff.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Aaron, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I've been working and training people and all that stuff, so I've been a little bit tight on time for video games. But I did manage to beat Pokemon Legends ZA finally.
Ooh, all right. So how did that pay off for you?
The ending was fun. It was a cool battle gauntlet at the end, and then a cool cinematic boss fight, and it was just cool. It ended well. Happy ending
Yeah,
story, but it was a really cinematic boss fight where you got to use a new Pokemon to save the day and Mega Evolve it and save the city and how all this
that's
stuff
cool.
goes. But
Yeah.
it was cool. Had some unique mechanics in that final boss fight. So enjoyed
Okay.
that. Now I can finally justify buying the DLC.
Okay.
So I plan on doing that this weekend, maybe.
Yeah, it's fun. You just kind of chill out and have fun with it.
Yeah, especially because I'm starting to get hype because this Friday is Pokemon Day and they're gonna have a Pokemon Presents on the 27th. So I'm excited for that. And it seems like a pretty big deal of one, seeing how they already announced they're re-releasing Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Switch
Yes, I've
on that
seen some
Friday,
excitement. I've seen some
They're
excitement over that.
I like the reasoning for it. Seemed fun.
right? But some people are pissed because it is $20 a game. But my counterpoint to that is go look how much a cart is to buy on eBay.
Dude, for
Right,
real.
and half the time it's fake.
And half the time it's a repo or a fake or anything else. And I've had people tell me, well, you can just emulate it. Is it, yeah, but I want a handheld. Then play it on your phone. I want
Eh, eh,
physical buttons.
oh, dude.
Like, I
Yeah.
want
Uh,
physical buttons.
Mhm.
I'm
Like,
so afraid to like stream anything Nintendo on my GameCube because they're gonna hit me for the emulator. Nintendo would hit me for emulating, and it's like, no, you mean to put a camera on my GameCube when I play this thing?
I saw
pretty much.
Nintendo went after, the Pokecourt, which is a store in New York City that, partners with our friend Powder, and what was crazy is the Pokecourt just got robbed, and it
Yeah.
garnered enough attention that Nintendo was like, "Sorry, you got robbed. Now stop using the Pokeball and Poke in your name." So they had to
I
change
mean,
the entire name of their business. But like, I get it. It's
I
true.
mean
You
that's
can't
kind
be.
of fair. You can't do that. Like,
Yeah, you see how they were flying under the radar for long enough until something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sad sad instance of why that's happening, but yeah, also true.
yeah. So yeah, but I'm excited, and if they announce Gen 10, I hope it's cool. I hope it's worthy of getting excited about. So
Oh, what nightmare creatures will they create this time?
I
What
don't know.
inanimate objects are gonna be turned into Pokemon
Hey,
this
hey,
time?
hey! I like the
Dude,
object Pokemon. Some of my
that
favorite
is
Pokemon are the object Pokemon.
that is fake hate. Like, I'm just playing the part. I love
Yeah,
Pokemon,
yeah,
so
Right, like
yeah.
Chandelure is an awesome Pokemon.
I
Come
agree.
on.
I love Chandelure. I love a good Chandelure. Give me like we're talking about a camera gimbal. Let's get us a camera gimbal Pokemon now.
oh, dude, that'd be
Dude,
badass.
Steel Electric type camera. That'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like a I don't know, cardboard box Pokemon.
But isn't that pretty much Trubbish? That'd be like a new variant of Trubbish where it's more
Ooh,
cardboard.
a lowland
Trub
Trubbish.
Trubbish does deserve a friend though. You know.
Trubbish does deserve a friend because see, and Trubbish is another object Pokemon. It's a trash bag cat.
Yeah, trash
Like,
bag cat. Trubbish is awesome. Like nobody can convince me otherwise that Trubbish is not cool. So
but
happy to get
yeah,
caught.
but yeah, exactly. Even in ZA, the animation when you try to throw a Pokemon at it, they jump up for joy and hop up and down. It's like,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right,
Aaron, I
I love it.
interrupted you earlier to bounce back to Harry, but you'd gotten a new pair of headphones, and are they like a wild Sony pair that you don't know what the
It
what the
is
model
the
number is?
Sony WH-1000 XM6,
I'm impressed. I'm impressed
and
that you could recite that.
and those replaced my Sony WH-1000 XM4s.
These
So,
these these fucking naming conventions, man. Excuse my
okay,
French. Holy shit.
see, I see what they're going for because it's pretty much the WH-1000 Mark IV. So
Mhm.
Mark IV, Mark VI, so 6th generation of the WH-1000s.
Dude, just go full
Alright.
Iron Man and call them the Mark IVs.
That's what
Call
I'm
them the,
thinking, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
keep the WH
Seriously.
because I think they have the WH, which is their headphones, and the WFs, which are their earbuds.
I'm wearing
Like
$10 earbuds.
Yeah,
But
I'm sorry, I am a little bougie here. I did buy a $450 pair of headphones for work,
so
but
you
I have
use them all the time though, so
I
you get
use
your
them
money's
for
worth.
40 hours a day. And you know what's great about
oh,
the new
Or is a
ones?
40
week.
hours a day? Jesus
40 hours.
Christ.
I know I'm an overachiever.
Uh,
But what's great about them is my old ones I had to charge every day because
yeah.
a 10, 12-hour
Mhm.
day. I had to
Yeah.
charge these new ones once this entire week.
That's fantastic. That's gotta be so refreshing for you.
It's like, "Oh, they last 40 hours again, cool."
That's like getting a new pair of sneakers, or in your case, like a new pair of work boots.
ESD shoes because I work with
Yeah.
electronics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I use JLabs for work. $10.
I was gonna say, doesn't your workplace isn't the ones you have to use these approved headphones?
Technically. Technically. But listen, I spent $125 on a pair of earbuds for them, and they lasted a month, then died on me.
Mm.
Would not connect anymore. I was like, I'm not doing that again unless they pay for them. Because
See,
they only approve the earmuff ones, and any pair they have does not fit my head. I don't know if you guys know this about me. If you guys ever see me in person, like we ever get big enough where we have a booth, you're gonna see me and be like, damn, his head's big.
You got a misshaped head.
Yeah. Like my friends called me DK mode when I was like
wow.
6.
Donkey Kong?
No, DK mode, it's from GoldenEye where they had like the huge heads.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I didn't get that reference because I didn't own an N64 when I was young. I could only get N64 time when I would go to a friend's house.
They would call me DK mode.
Wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's all
Big
right.
ass head.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been called that too because I would have been like the like goofy NBA Jam, like big head, big feet.
Like
Yeah.
I literally wear a 2X hat.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's great. That's a
Mhm.
big head. That means you got a big brain now, right?
No.
Uh,
Oh,
They
jeez.
thought I had water on my brain when I was a kid. That's how big my head was.
Oh no. Isn't that like encephalitis or something like that? What is that?
I don't know.
Cranial, I don't know. I'm naming stuff. I am a doctor. I'm not a doctor.
No,
I
but
don't
my
know
my
any of
mom
that
was
stuff.
telling me that they thought I had water on my head because I had a big ass head. It's like, nope, you just
Dang.
dude's just blessed with a big noggin.
You just came out looking like a beluga whale. You had like that.
Yeah. And
Jesus
I made the joke. I was like, I bet you're glad it was a C-section. Damn.
Oh God, no way. No way. And your mom was probably like, "Nope, you were wonderful." Well, if anybody could love you, it'd have to be your mom, even for her big
Maybe.
head.
Yeah.
Guys, I've had the terrible, no good, awful week.
Oh
I
no.
won't get into too crazy detail, but you guys already know. But for the audio listeners, like it's been like one hit after the other, and it started with my car breaking down. Like it just acted up, and then my mechanic is awesome. So I had like this crazy day and made a joke out of it, streamed, and then it was like whatever, right? And I had been job hunting, so I'd kind of been going through interview processes, things like that. And I was a little bit bummed on one of the most recent ones. And with that being said, like I was like, all right, I don't feel great. I'm not in the right headspace. I'm not going to stream. I'm going to go ahead and go to the gym instead.
Mhm.
Well, we already know a year ago I was in a terrible car accident that sidelined us for 2025, and it was near death. And yeah, what do I do? Is I go to the gym, and then somebody runs into my car while I'm driving. Fuck.
When
Yeah.
I saw that text, I couldn't believe your luck. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, like I've I can kind of laugh about it now while crying, and it's just like, man, I've seen Final Destination. This shit's coming after me.
Dude, like, I don't know what it is. I explained this to Aaron, not Aaron podcast, Aaron, my wife, Aaron. I was like, I think every year I've known Larry, someone's either ran into his car or he's been in like something with his vehicle. Because when
Yeah.
you were working at the old place, you got someone backed into your car.
Yep. Yep.
I was like,
No,
Yeah, actually.
Denise said that I have like the worst luck, and it's never my fault. Like
yeah.
it's never my fault, but something always happens to my car. Somebody runs into it, somebody scrapes it, somebody, it doesn't matter. Just yeah, like if I just stayed home, and this is like just if I did this statement, if I just stayed home and streamed like I should have, like and
Mhm.
didn't want to go take care of myself, that wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't be having this conversation. Um, so yeah, that's a problem. Car can't be driven. We're gonna be in the middle of a blizzard, so it's gonna be new car time as well as like getting a rental and trying to take care of the thing. They want to take it to the salvage yard, and it's not even like I think it could be driven and fixed, but it might be totaled because of value. Who knows? It's an old car. It's the first brand new car I've ever bought, so I've been keeping this thing working with duct tape and bubble gum.
Mhm.
Aw.
On a fun note though, because that's kind of like a ugh, shit's happening, but I still have to smile through it all, right? Um, Denise and I did go and see Wuthering Heights, which was
Ooh.
a fun movie. That was cool. Like spoilers for Wuthering Heights. Like I don't know the source material, and I never cared to. Now I'm interested in the book. I understand that this movie was not true to the source material. It was like, there were some creative liberties taken. So I'd be interested to see, what the original was like. Negative points for the flesh-colored walls. If you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. And for anybody who did see it on Valentine's Day, because that is probably a Valentine's Day movie for a lot of couples out there. Yeah, that was weird. Anyway, also got to see the new Dracula movie. You guys see anything about that?
I've seen
Uh,
um I've seen like the story behind it and everything,
hmm
but I haven't like seen the movie. It has one of my favorite actors, like the guy that plays Dracula. I love him.
Oh, he was great. Like again, no spoilers, but Dracula, the story's been around forever. So again, this movie does take some creative liberties. As
Mhm.
a Dracula connoisseur, like I love Dracula. I have Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've listened to the audiobook multiple times. I've watched the old Bram Stoker's Dracula with Keanu Reeves, as terrible as he was in it. Love you,
His
Keanu. You
his
weren't good in that. um,
accent
yeah.
is
Who,
like just
what,
regular
where?
Keanu. Who,
Yeah,
what, when,
yeah.
where?
So, this movie was well done in terms of its visual spectacle. It felt rushed. It wasn't really the best in terms of getting that grittiness to it. There were some things that
Mhm.
I didn't appreciate that they threw in here creatively that was like, that doesn't make sense to to Dracula lore. But in a Castlevania sense, maybe it would make sense if you care to look at it that way. But I did like Dracula. He was well
Mhm.
done visually and actually. He acted it very well. Um, and they wanted to say it was a little more of a romantic take on Dracula. It felt the same. It felt the same, and there wasn't enough character development to make me care further. Like Jonathan Harker was like, all right, I'm gonna say it, man. He was like he was sitting in the cuck chair essentially. You know,
Mhm.
he was not a strong character at all. I give the points to Keanu even with his wooden acting from the old one. Like he at least you know
Mhm.
played a stronger role. Um, yeah, so that was cool. I am excited also because since I don't have a crazy amount of like in-person board game friends, I was looking for like, hey, what like tabletop can I get, right? And what tabletop game can I get that I can just enjoy? So I've been looking around. I before my most recent car accident, I went over to the local game store and I checked out some things, and so I started looking up Final Girl,
Hell
and
yeah.
and Final Girl, for anybody who's not familiar with this, is a like a solo tabletop game that is horror themed, and you are literally the final girl of a horror movie going against the killer, right? And it looks so fun. It looks so fun. And Aaron, you know about this.
It
If you want to
is
chime
fun.
in,
It is so cool. It's a great concept because I don't know how much of research have you dug into this so far, Larry?
I did a lot of video watching. I did a lot of like, oh, now I understand what all this is. Like, I don't even have it yet, and I want to get the box of props. I want to get everything,
Right.
and but I still want
But
to like enjoy it. So,
the coolest thing to me is how customizable this game still is for a single player game.
hmm
Because every game, quote unquote, you buy a core box and that is your main tools to play the game, and then you
like
buy
the dice and
films,
the yeah,
and then you
right,
buy feature films. Now, what's fun about that is a feature film comes with a killer and a location.
mm.
So it'd be like Hans at the sleepaway camp, cool.
And then
And then
there's
you could
two
buy,
girls.
and then there's 2 final girls that come with that, and all the mechanics for that killer, that location, etc., etc. But what's cool about it is if you buy a second feature film, it comes with obviously 2 more final girls, to another killer, another location. Now you can swap that up. So it's like, "Oh, well, I bought Elmwood Park, but I'm gonna put Hans in Elmwood Park, and I'm gonna use
Yep,
a final girl from this game in here." So
yep,
there's so much different customizable mixing of mechanics and mixing of stuff that when you have 4 or 5 of these, you have 200 different variants of this game to play.
yeah. And like looking into it, I was seeing people, you know, people's opinions of this game versus other solo types of games, and like really the only main complaint that folks had was that it economically was just a little pricier to get into because you're buying separate things. Like
Mhm.
what I got was the core box and the sleepaway camp, the Happy Trails camp, was sold in one package. So it's kind of like, all right, it's just in one shot. I don't have to go buy it separately. But um, otherwise, like when you then tap into the fan base, the people that do like it, that gave me a little better insight as to, oh yeah, you know what, I think I will enjoy this based on people explaining what the game is like. So I can sit down, set it up on the table, and have fun with it. And at some point, I'll just collect more and keep
Right.
going.
And it's fun too because there's, like Nicole's getting to the point because she has pretty much everything that's released currently because she's obsessed with it, but there's like, "Oh, I bought a book of scenarios that for $3," and it's like, "Oh, it's going to be the Laurie Strode character being chased by Hans through these 7 locations, so you're playing through this story of
Yeah,
her dealing with this killer who's obsessed with her."
Mhm.
yeah,
And it's a cool little there's storytelling, it's a challenge, and even if you get
yep.
there's an app you can get to, a companion app that's I think it's free, but it can keep track of your statistics like,
Two ninety
"Oh,
nine.
$2.99, but still, it keeps track of your statistics. Like, here's your win loss ratio on this map with this killer and this final girl,
Yeah.
and it's really well thought out. I do get the criticism that it can be expensive, but if you just want to get into it, it's what, like $40 for the core box in a game.
Yeah, core box end game was 40. And like the other thing that's crazy to me, and like I think about the cost of things, is that they sell an organization box for like $40 also. And it houses, like, for example, series one, it houses the 5 movies, the feature films, and the core box. And then they give you, I think, an empty box for miniatures and like they're selling you cardboard boxes. So it's
There,
kind of like,
here's the thing though, as someone who has bought those boxes, they're really nice. They're
yeah.
really well done. They're really well printed, and they do consolidate the storage space well.
Yeah.
Like,
I do love that the boxes themselves are the game because they're magnetic flaps that, to explain this for the audio folks, they're magnetic flaps that have artwork all the way around, and then when you flip like you can detach the magnetic flap that closes the items inside of the box, and you use the opposite side as the character, the boss, like the enemy sheet, and then also as the map essentially. So
yeah,
I think that is
it's
so neat
really
and
well
thoughtful.
designed. It's really well made quality wise.
Yeah.
So I kind of give them a write off for the price, but honestly, board games are just expensive. Like, it's not a cheap hobby to like, I'm gonna go buy
No.
this $120 edition of Riverdale. It's like, yeah, I bet you are.
Right, right. Yes, it's definitely one of the things where it's just like, you know what? I tend to like, oh man, I want to play some Villainous, or I want to play another game. I just got to play Grim Coven with a buddy of mine who we don't really get together all that often. So it's like sometimes I just want to sit down and I want to play a game and I can't. So there we go.
Yeah, it's a really, really good single player game, and it's got a
Mhm.
really cool concept. And whatever your favorite horror movies are, there's something that's along those lines. They have
Mhm.
already.
This like scratches that collector itch for me though too, because like even if I don't necessarily dig the setting or killer, I just might end up getting it just so that I have it. Because like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get that empty big box and I'm gonna keep spaces in there. Like they know what they're doing.
Right, right.
And then there's four
But
seasons of them.
Force and now that series 4 is wrapping up with the Kickstarter that's currently going on, it is the end of era 1. Like,
Wow.
yeah, because they said they're probably gonna slow down at this point. They said we don't want to have to announce a new series and have 5 new games come out within a year. It's like, if we want to put out a feature film, we'll put one out. If we want to put out a special feature, we'll put one out. Like,
Okay. Yeah, they have a
so they're
lot of
no longer.
content.
Yeah, yeah. So they're gonna be less constrained on releases. That could mean more, or it could mean less, or
Hmm.
somewhere in between.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to having that. That'll be here, unfortunately, by the end of the week. I should have picked that. They didn't have the core box at the local store, so I wouldn't have been able to play anyway. But whatever. By
Still,
the end of the week,
I
I'll have it.
really want to hear your experience with it as you play it.
Okay,
And
definitely. I'll keep you updated.
I may have to watch it be played so I can. I don't know. Like tabletops for me are more like a group effort than solos. So I'll have to watch it be played before I like make a informed decision on it.
I understand that, and it's one of the things where like I've watched videos on how things are played because I have a tough time with instruction on tabletop games. It's very difficult to understand a workflow of a game until somebody else explains it, or you are playing together with somebody who knows what they're doing. Then you get the flow and it makes sense. Um, so I did that already for Final Girl. I did that for Horrified. I watched a video and then I simulated playing like 3, 4 characters, playing solo by myself. And that game was actually fun. Horrified was fun to like go through on my own to understand, but it made it that much easier when I did get to sit
Mhm.
down with people and play it. So it's funny how I'm taking this like me being like stuck in a chair for the entirety of pretty much 2025 got me into tabletop gaming in a way that I was never really caring too much
Dude,
about before.
I want to hang out, like actually hang out and like play some Magic or like D&D with you, man. That'd
Yeah.
be so
I'm
fun.
not a I'm not a Magic dude, but I would sit down and learn. I would sit down and learn at this point,
Magic's
you know?
so fun.
I'd learn. I've never played it.
Yeah, like I have a couple Magic cards, but I got Fallout version of Magic cards from Secret Lair, so those are fun. What else we got going on? I'm going total like social media blackout on Resident Evil 9 on Requiem. I'm excited for it to come out. I have it like waiting in the wings just to play, and I'll probably try to stream it for like an entirety of a day if I've got the gas and
Hmm.
tank to do
Ooh,
so.
that'd be fun.
Um, so it might be a long stream that day to prepare you guys in case you want to come in and hang out. Um, but there are spoilers going around, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. Like, I don't want to see those spoilers. I am the type of dude that if there's a puzzle, I'll probably look it up because I don't feel like being stuck on stuff. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I don't want to know. I don't want to know it until I get to it. But that is coming out. I think 27th. I think it's the date for that.
Yep.
But
Friday.
super stoked. It's going to be on my Xbox, so unfortunately, I'll be probably dealing with capture card issues when I stream. So,
Yeah.
and wait, Harry, did you talk about this before, or is this a new thing that you started watching, or started Fallout New Vegas?
Oh, no, I just started streaming New Vegas like last week
Yeah,
because I forgot I had them on for free because when they did the Christmas giveaway for Epic Games, they gave away 3 and New Vegas like the deluxe editions,
yeah.
and I was like,
Okay,
oh wait, I'm gonna go play them because I started playing New Vegas on my PlayStation, and it's like, oh no, dude, the controller lag is ridiculous now.
yeah.
So I
It's
was like,
not quite. It's not quite right.
I went to go play it on my PC, so I have a bit more like better input
Yeah,
sensitivity, and I was like, I'm just gonna stream this.
there you go. That's awesome.
Which
I wanted to make sure I didn't miss that, and you got to
I
express
made
that
a
you're visiting it again.
I made a joke on there that I wanted to clip, but like the Twitch clip stuff is horrible now. When she's sitting there talking about Victor in the beginning of the game, she's like,
Uh,
"That thing." I was like, "Just call him a clanker." Come on.
hey man, Twitch clips have been working out okay for me. Like
No,
I've
but
got some good.
they have the vertical layout one now.
Yeah. Thankfully,
So
that
when you
makes
go to
things
render it
easier.
out, it didn't put my I had it oh, I didn't have it, lined up perfectly, and so, like, it took my face completely off the vertical clip.
Okay. Okay. That's yeah. Sometimes I'll go through the clips very quickly myself, and I'll mess it up, and I'll be like, "Damn it, there's a gap in my video." Now I got to zoom things
Mhm.
in, and it's annoying sometimes. Or like I have a clip that I can't put up now because it's shrunken. It's like the whole clip fits inside of a square inside of an Instagram reel, for example. So it's like, what in the hell? I have to go back and do it again. But it doesn't show up weird when you go to Twitch. It shows up fine. So I don't know. But
Who knows?
um, I guess we can move on from our catch up. But for the show today, we do have some news. Starting with Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, retiring, Sarah Bond leaving, and then we also have a little bit to cover in terms of the recent Sony State of Play. So, guys, how do we feel to get into this first bit of news here? How do we feel about Phil Spencer retiring and the, I guess, ambiguity? It's ambiguous. Yes, the Sarah Bond
Ambiguity.
ambiguity. Yes, thank you, Harold, for Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer's protege, being out, just deciding to just leave. Um, with ultimately Matt Booty and Asha. What was her name? I forget. I had it up. Here. The boss of Microsoft AI Core took over
Yeah.
Xbox, and it's a little bit odd now, huh?
I
Just
I bad mojo coming
Yeah.
from
yeah,
this.
Asha Sharma. Um, I don't know how to feel about this, guys.
It's
I
just
feel like they
sad.
got off a sinking ship.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's end of an era, definitely, with Phil leaving.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, like here, let's just say this right now. Like I've paid attention to Phil being the boss of Xbox for a very long time as an Xbox guy, and I
Mhm.
like Phil. have things gone well for the Xbox brand like over the course of his tenure? No, but I feel that it would have been much worse if he had not taken over, right? Don
I
Matrick was riding Xbox into the ground, and
yeah.
at least Phil Spencer was at least giving it CPR.
Mhm.
How do you right the ship that Don left it as? How do you pull that plane out of the nosedive it was in when, let's be honest, Xbox swung and missed on the most important generation to hit it out of the park?
Yeah, yeah. One of the things that I saw too, which makes this retirement even stranger, and things just happen. Things are happening behind the scenes. We don't know it all, but what the public can kind of construe is that it just seems as if you've got something that where they were kind of, these two were kind of forced out, right?
Yeah,
Because
that's the vibe I get.
Mhm.
to kind of reference, I watched a video from Destin Legary of IGN. He had interviewed Phil Spencer and just asked him like a nice question about like what he would like Xbox to be, where he sees Xbox in X amount of time, and he mentioned, "Hey Phil, like in like 10 years you're going to be at retirement age. Um, what do you want for Xbox at that point? What do you want for Xbox in between?" And Phil gave a great answer, and then he retired a year later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like out of nowhere. What there a lot of times you get these like, hey, you know what, we expect Phil's going to retire. You expect the CEO or you expect this, executive is going to retire because of, whatever. He'd been around Xbox for a long time, so maybe he felt it was the right thing to do. But I don't know. I feel like
That's
there might be some conflicting business agendas that didn't align with what Phil wants to do, and then also what Sarah Bond is being was had been brought in to continue and groomed to do.
I get so many bad vibes from this, and to me, it
Mhm.
screams that Phil wanted to go in a direction, Microsoft disagreed, so
Yeah,
he's like, "Then I'm gonna step down." And then Sarah should have been his replacement, and they're like,
right,
"Well, we're gonna look over you and choose this person." She's like, "Well, if I'm not gonna be in head, then I'm leaving
right.
Mhm.
because
And
this is what's how it's supposed to work."
at the risk of sounding like a gatekeeping type of gamer, like I'm a consumer first, right? I am not a professional in the gaming industry. I am not an executive. I don't know how these things work. I know businesses kind of work though,
Yeah.
and we're not dumb in that sense as consumers and people who understand this stuff. It's one of those weird things where if there were conflicting arguments about where the business was going to go, you now have put in place, and this is where I say, not to sound like a gatekeeper or like a gamer that's toxic, of like, well, you can't put this 36-year-old that doesn't have experience in gaming, blah blah blah. Could be a gamer, I don't know. We see different reports here on Asha Sharma and her experience within the gaming realm. Uh, it doesn't feel great that you are taking someone whose experience has been mainly in the AI product
Mhm.
and putting them in control of the gaming, the flagging gaming sector of your company. And I see the word platitudes being thrown a lot around a lot online in regards to this. Like, oh yeah, you're saying all the right words here, right? But do
Yeah.
we want somebody who's eager to learn, who doesn't have the experience, uh, um, taking over and kind of just seeing Xbox sink slowly into the water,
Mhm.
right?
I mean I just it's not like Copilot's been successful. So
Right,
why do we want I'm so befuddled by Microsoft on so many different levels because
right.
they're flagging in general, not just in the Xbox segment.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get that. I mean, you're not seeing that maybe in their stock price. You're not seeing that in their as a
No.
business as a whole, but unfortunately, from the outside looking in, I see this lack of support for Xbox and odd choices. There are some economic factors I think that play into certain things, but there are just I don't know, fundamental decisions that as a gamer, like even though you got somebody like Phil who is a hardcore gamer, he takes that stuff very seriously. You hear it from him time after time, year after year. I feel like he made games more accessible for a lot of folks, and
Yeah.
there's still so much like
Yeah.
hate for those decisions, and obviously it probably was a hit to expectations for business.
Mhm.
But he, to me, in my view of it, my perspective is that he made it more accessible for so many people.
Right.
And that's the one of the things that kinda has me skeptical on it is, like, I think we were talking about this beforehand, they asked her how she was with gaming, and she's like, "Well, I've played Firewatch."
Yeah, well, she's played some other stuff from what I see. There was like a "What's your top 3?" And
Yeah.
here we go. This is going to sound super judgy because it's like you can't judge a professional on what game do you play, right? It
Right.
doesn't work that way. But it's also like, hey, well, listen, like you, if I want to get to know somebody, I'm gonna figure out like what makes them tick. I want to know, you know, what what they're into, like, and it kind
Mhm.
of helps me judge your character and your thought process based on what you say, right? And some of this stuff, again, the word platitude comes up because it's like, are you just looking for cred? You just looking for cred with the gamers because,
Right.
you throw out a game like, oh, GoldenEye, and it's like, man, you're 36 years old and GoldenEye is your one of your top 3 games. Like everybody's got everybody's got their favorites, but like you can go from something that's more modern to like, oh, GoldenEye was my jam. Like I don't know, I can't judge, but I'm also hating a little bit because I don't like this change.
It's complicated. I don't like this change
It
either, but to
is.
me, like, an answer like saying GoldenEye is one of your favorites still is, alright, so is that just one of your favorites due to nostalgia, or have you not played much since then?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's a great way to go about it too, because it's like
And
I already view you as somebody who might not be the best fit in this role because of a lack of experience in this position, right? And that's why you
Mhm.
took Matt Booty and you promoted him because he's probably going to be like a big part of this. Matt Booty's been around forever in Microsoft, um, and it's just like I don't know. I don't trust the handover of leadership yet, and it feels going to be around for a while as a consultant, but yeah,
I
I don't know. I'm sad.
I think it's concerning that they're choosing an AI head to
that's it
head
to me.
Yes.
it's
And the statements out there, "Oh, we're not gonna just permit AI slop and blah, blah, blah." You can
mm,
say
No,
that
but
all
mm,
day.
here's the thing that makes me mad about that. The thing is, does their AI boss think their AI stuff is slop? Because if they don't,
right,
then it's not slop. So it can be
nah,
AI as
Right,
fuck,
but it's
but it's not
right.
slop to them
right,
because they love their
nah,
AI. It's good.
but listen to me here on when you go into
Ugh.
the Xbox store, 10% of those games on the Xbox store are AI slop. They are just rehashed mobile AI slop. That's
I
all
mean,
they
that's
are.
it's because as long as you can get through certification and you can get through their processes for ensuring that the game is functional, right? And I'm not saying
Mhm,
that that process is easy, but if you are able to get past that, it goes up.
I mean, I
yeah,
feel like certification nowadays is though, hey, the X button means jump and the X button makes jump and it doesn't crash the system. Cool.
Yeah, right. And then here's 3 different Vampire Survivors clones.
Yeah. Uh, and that's the thing that worries me. Like I said, Microsoft, yeah, their stock price is good, but the stock market is such a bad judge for anything nowadays because it's all about vibes.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
and I don't know if you've been following like all of Microsoft's fucking blunders over the past 6 months of like we accidentally pushed an update to Windows that if you restart your computer, no, it doesn't, and no, it can't restart, and no, it's a
Right.
brick. They
Ugh.
pushed that out to public.
Mm.
wasn't
They
that like
don't
the
care about
25
Windows.
H?
Right, it made a big news, and they released, like, 3 updates in a row that all bungled something major like that, and then they
Mhm.
got in fire for putting AI into Notepad? Who wants Copilot in their Notepad? In Microsoft Word, I could be like, "Alright, sure, that's a full-fledged word processor," but in Notepad?
Just bring back
Listen,
Clippy.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say, man. If you want AI, bring back Clippy. I think people would
No,
be,
but
like, happy with that.
it's just with this whole Microsoft is trying to push AI everywhere, and nobody wants it and nobody uses it. As a grand scheme, like, yeah, some people do. Some people say, "Yeah, I like ChatGTP. It's my therapist." Sure, good for you. But most people
Yeah.
just don't use that stuff, and they don't
Right.
care. Not to mention, like, bring up the fact that this is me going on a bit of a rant, and I apologize.
Oh, you're fine.
Most Windows computers don't have the hardware to use Copilot, and you would have to go
Yeah.
buy a new PC to do that, and no one
Mhm.
Right.
cares enough to do that. So the
Right.
adoption
And
rate's gonna be horrendous.
I mean, their messaging on like I have a Windows 10 PC, and the messaging that you see as a consumer is you're not going to get support anymore unless you buy a new computer,
Right.
and that's legitimately. And it's like, no, that's not necessarily true, but there's probably ways around that. But it's like you are now like now doing this forced obsolescence of product that people have invested in, and that's the kind of thing that's frustrating. But unfortunately, in tech, we tend to just swallow it and just go
Mhm.
ahead and yeah,
But
we're going to move forward anyway.
here's the thing, and I'm not gonna be the person saying, "Oh, this could be the start of the age of Linux." I'm not gonna push it to that point, but I'm
Right.
seeing a growing number of people being like, "Well, I do have an AMD processor and an AMD graphics card. Linux Bazite is pretty damn good for gaming, and it uses the Steam OS
Hmm.
core.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm gonna switch to Linux and see how it goes." And a lot of people who do have an AMD build are like, "I'm staying. It's perfect. Like, what more do
Yeah.
I need?" If
Right.
you have NVIDIA and Intel, a little bit shaky,
Hmm. Hmm.
but the fact that
So.
it's actively pushing away market segments,
Mhm.
uh, I don't know. Microsoft worries me right now about they got their head up their ass on this. I'll see
Yeah,
how
I
Xbox goes.
and part of me wants to play a little, devil's advocate of like, all right, so in normal circumstances, you want somebody who is tried and true, experienced to be able to take over a role like this, but sometimes a fresh set of eyes can be good,
Mhm.
right? So we have seen our trajectory going now for many years where Xbox is struggling and it's under someone who knows and has been there for a long time. Phil Spencer's been with Microsoft, like we were mentioning, since 1988 as an intern. And, so he's been around for a long time. And, Asha has been with the company since 2024. So
Mhm.
the worries are like, okay, you're probably a bright person, a very smart person to get
Right.
into these positions. There's no taking that away from you. So hopefully, I mean, we can only hope that we
Mhm.
don't just see Xbox disappear because don't know what to do with it.
I mean, and that's what I'm worried about because I've also heard the rumor that, the next Xbox is probably gonna be a PC, and it's
Mhm.
probably gonna be running Windows is what the leaks are saying. But
More than
then I'm
likely.
hearing leaks that they're like, "Oh, we could also license out the Xbox name to other manufacturers who might wanna make their own Xbox." And it's like, "Oh boy,
Yeah,
it's
then
over."
that's messy. That's so messy because quality is a big thing. You want to slap your name on different things that other people just like take a bumper sticker and put it on. Then next
Right,
thing you
like,
know, it's like,
are we gonna see an Asus ROG Xbox?
Like,
Actual home
listen,
consoles?
listen, you're
yeah,
not looking at the benefit of this. Remember the KFC gaming PC?
yeah, yeah.
The chicken warmer, right. I just
uh,
I
it's tough,
think
man.
it's tough, and like I said earlier, Microsoft shot themselves in the foot in the most important generation where everyone built up their digital library. Like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One
Mhm.
were very important generations where the digital change was fully happening.
Right.
And now they're fighting an uphill battle. People aren't going to want to switch from PlayStation, even if they were 360 to PlayStation 4. People bought a lot of games on their PlayStation 4. They don't want to lose their library, and they're going to have
I
to fight that.
I think it's luckily for me that I've gotten to PC when I did because bought I've either bought most of the games that I've played and liked on Xbox on PC, or they fell off for me, or they're free now.
Right. Now, what I could say if Microsoft is really wise that could save them, and I think this would be a brilliant choice on their end, if the next Xbox is going to be a PC, and that means it's going to be a PC with backwards compatibility for 360 and OG Xbox, most likely, right? We would
Mhm.
think.
Hopefully.
So why don't they bring that functionality to the PC itself? So if you have a Microsoft PC and you have your Microsoft account, yeah, download your OG Xbox games, download your 360 games, play them on your desktop.
You're
If
I
they
That would
think
were
be
to do that,
okay,
that changes things a little bit.
here's my here's my save right here. The Xbox gaming PC with disk drive available to play like old PC games, like old SimCity 2000 and stuff like that. Oh my god. I might be on board for that.
See, and all that could be possible, but are they gonna put in that work and effort? Because when they released the Xbox Asus ROG handheld, they said they were gonna have their launcher down. It's gonna be what it glimpsed into the future of Xbox, and the hardcore people that are gamers who I saw ball that said it's a train wreck of a launcher and dealing with Windows and dealing with updates and
I
making sure everything. If I get a console, I plug it into my TV, and I have to worry about having the most up to date drivers, I'm fucking done.
Mhm.
I'm not
Well,
doing that on a
Yeah.
console.
Right.
I think we're also in a minefield when it comes to handheld devices in general, especially Steam Decks too. Right now, they're having trouble finding chips to put
But
out new
that's
ones.
Oh,
because of the
they're out of
AI
stock.
again.
Yeah, they're out of stock now. You try to buy one on Steam and you can't.
That's because of
Um,
AI, again, that
yeah,
no one
yeah.
uses.
Oh yeah. The one of the things I think is telling that Phil said, and this kind of piggybacks off of what we were just talking about, is and choo choo, my train of thought left the station. Um, what in the heck was I gonna say? It had to do with what was our topic? What were we just talking about? Feed me the line.
AI
I forget.
chips,
No, no, no,
Steam
no,
handheld
Deck,
devices.
handheld.
no, no. It's gone. Well, let's move on. I had a good point stored up there too, so it was ready. It was loaded, and I was just like, nope, AI chips. Yep.
They're delicious.
Well, anyway, it's not boding well. It's not boding well for Xbox, unfortunately, and we get to see that in real time, and it just kind of feels like sand slipping through our fingers. Just
Yeah.
I want them
hopefully,
to be successful though.
yeah, yeah. So same because more is better in terms of consumer selection choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to see this go this path, and I can only hope. And as much as I kind of poo-pooed it early on here, let's just hope that a new set of eyes is able to find a new avenue to make sure that this makes sense.
Like hopeful skepticism,
Yeah,
kinda at
Yeah,
this point.
let's try to go in with that. Let's try.
yeah, yep. I'm so mad at myself. Bad host. So onto the Sony State of Play.
Ooh.
I caught snippets of this. Bad host, bad gamer. I didn't catch everything from this, but there are some standouts to me. Who wants to take away?
You I will say one thing about this. I've watched this. Me and Aaron were actually talking about this in the group chat, and I forgot I watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like I saw some of this too, and I forgot that I watched it, or not even watched it, but that I looked it up to kind of see like what was coming out and what was
Mhm.
announced. And then we started going through, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did see this.
Uh,
So, all right, Aaron, would you be the one that wants to take away some of the Sony State of Play discussion?
I was kind of very, very impressed with their showing here, and so many people I've heard who watch this is like, "This is an E3 level presentation of announcements and games, and just
mhm.
a lot of cool stuff coming to the future." And I
Yeah,
guess that's it's just insane, but, like, a new Castlevania by the Dead Cells
Mhm.
team, it looks
I'm excited about
clean
that.
as hell. It looks
Yes.
so clean. The graphic looks I love it. I love the art direction, love everything about it. Don't know much else about it other than by the Dead Cells team, great art direction, looks like you play as a female character, probably the daughter of the Belmonts and the, magician, because it
Mhm.
looks like you have magic and whips and all this.
Hmm.
Looks cool as hell. Looking forward to that.
Dead Cells was a big hit, so I mean, I'm excited for like a company that has the pedigree for this type of game, bringing it back to a side scroller is great.
Right. The big question people have up there is this gonna be a roguelike or is this going to be a Metroidvania? Because Dead Cells
Right.
was a
Yeah,
Metro
it was a
roguelike.
mhm.
But so time will tell on that one. Metal Gear Solid Collection 2 got announced. I'm not a big MGS fan, but what's big about that is for the first time ever, Metal Gear Solid 4 is going to be somewhere other than the PlayStation 3.
Mhm.
Hey,
So,
that's great for folks who wanna experience it at
because
this
it's been
point now on a
Wasn't
modern console.
unplayable anywhere else. Like it was literally the only, not even PC. It's never been on PC.
didn't
So,
that didn't that come with Snake Eater in it with it too?
Metal Gear Solid the Collection 1 came with Snake Eater,
Okay.
I
Okay, I
believe.
was wondering.
This one's coming with, I think 3 and 4. Let me look it up real quick because I didn't look deep into this one because I'm not a biggest MSG fan.
My brain is mixing them together. I was just
M
like,
MSG is the
MSG,
flavoring, yeah.
MGS, sorry.
MGS.
My
We
bad.
knew what you meant. We
We
knew
knew
what
what
you
you
meant.
meant.
Sorry, we just dogpiled on Aaron.
While
Sorry
you're
about
looking
that.
this up, I wanna say that I am super stoked for, the Defiance remake, the Legacy of Kain Defiance.
That does look
Oh, yeah,
cool.
Um,
yeah, yeah. That's your jam. You like
oh,
Legacy of
dude.
Kain.
So I love, like, Legacy of Kain, The Blood Omen, and, Soul Reaver. Actually, when we were sitting here, I was like, "Oh, wait, I've been looking to buy the 1 and 2 remake." I went on Steam, like, in the middle of the podcast and just bought 1 and 2 remake.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
like,
probably gonna butcher this, but also to kind of chime in on like something I'm looking at with big eyes, aside from Castlevania, is um, the Marvel Tokan. I'm not a huge fighting game guy, but I love Marvel vs. Capcom, like MVC3, MVC2. Um, this looked fresh. It looked
How
fun.
do you how do you feel about waifu danger?
I mean, I don't really like all that stuff, but like you throw Wolverine in a fighting game for me and Berserker Barrage, and I'm excited.
I'm I'm sorry, they made the Danger Room a cute anime girl.
Like, what else you gonna do?
True, true. But I did finally look it up. The MSG, wow, Metal Gear Solid Collection 2 comes with Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker
"Okay,
and
Okay,
Ghost Babel, which is the handheld Metal Gear game.
okay. Yeah, Metal Gear hasn't really been a thing that I've been like I look back on fondly since just playing Metal Gear Solid 1. That game was it changed gaming for me, and,
Yeah,
yeah, like, I've tried doing, what was it? The Phantom Pain. I didn't it didn't click for me, and, like, I think about the Phantom Pain, I've been playing Death Stranding recently, and the Phantom Pain and Death Stranding have some weird, like, control consistencies where it's like, "Whoa, this is very similar. There's a lot of you took a lot from this game." Um,
oh,
but that's a whole different point to make there. Looks like somebody's excited for Star Wars Galactic Racer because that's in huge
oh
bold letters. Dope
my god."
AF.
it looks so clean. So this is by a lot of people from the studio that used to make the Burnout games,
Mhm.
and it looks like it. Like the
I
crashes
Oh,
look
okay.
fun, stuff shooting off and exploding, and just
Yeah, it did look
I
super
good.
clean, super
when it
fun.
when the video started, I was like, "They're remaking Pod Racer?"
Right? Uh, it looks so good. It looks way better than you would expect it to look. Like, all right, cool,
Mm.
Star Wars Arcade Racer, let's go.
I,
So I want to see
I think
more from that, but
yeah,
it looks fun.
I think the other big thing was the God of War trilogy remake.
Mhm.
Yeah, which I want to tie into another small story that Sony closed down Blue Point.
Yeah,
And I want to tie this into a specific reason because they took a studio that was well known for making incredible remakes, told them you need to make a God of War live service game. That didn't work out, and then they closed them and then announced a new remake trilogy. It's like, why wasn't Blue Point on this? Like, why did you close down one of your good studios and then announce a remake
they
trilogy?
made they made the emperor mad, you know? They made the head of the company mad, you know?
Right. I don't wanna focus on that too much because I am amped for a God of War trilogy remake,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but I'm curious to know because we don't know who's working on it. We don't we s Sure, they threw up Sony Santa Monica's logo. They're working on the God of War sequel right now, you know they are. They're not This is not their main focus, it can't be.
Right. There's likely like a split team starting work on this, or maybe
Right.
it's already been going. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know how long
Mhm.
it's been
I
going
mean
without us knowing about it.
right, that's true, and given its name, it's probably gonna be one game that's all 3, or maybe a selector, but it's a remake, so I don't know why they would do a selector in the game, I don't know. We'll have to see because
So
we know nothing about it other than it's happening,
mhm.
and that the original Kratos voice actor's back. It's like, alright.
What do you guys feel about, the Second Son well, the Sons of Sparta, not with Second Sons?
I
Eh,
don't have I don't have feelings about it, but the only thing that this is not this is just me, like, I saw this on screen, I say it out loud, is that it got, like a 6 off of IGN, like, it was not well received. Not terrible, but not like anything
I think
groundbreaking.
I think it's pushed out mainly as a lore builder
Mhm.
because it's, like, young Kratos, so
yeah, it sure, but also, like, we know Kratos' origin story.
yeah,
Why do we need this?
they could retcon some lore there.
Who was asking
Could
for
be
this? But the thing is, like, even I heard other people talking about this. What I would have preferred lore-wise story is show me in between 3 and the new series. How'd you
yeah,
go from Greece to Norse? Like, what happened in there? Because we don't know, really.
Nothing. Imagination.
maybe
Right,
that's the future.
instead we got teenage Kratos, which I don't know anyone who was asking for that, but alright.
Listen, I guess, if I had to choose between, um, terribleness and that, I would choose that. I would choose
Mhm.
give me a game to play rather than all the awfulness.
And
The horrors
I li
persist, and so do I.
I like a good side scroller.
I mean, I have nothing against side scrollers. One of my games of the year was Silk Song. Like,
Yeah,
It could be
if it's
good,
of quality, I think the big thing that I saw within that review, and again, it's just one person's opinion, one outlet's opinion, but it kind of said that it was bloated. Like there were things that you did not even have to investigate. Like there were
Mhm.
powers and things that you like. It just wasn't, I guess, either paced well or set up in a way that like where like a Metroidvania or something like that, you kind of need certain powers and abilities and things get fed to you in a way that pushes things along. Like you
Mhm.
could skip entire aspects of gameplay, I guess, of powers or something like that. So that's what I
Well,
read and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound good."
see, that seems kinda lazy then.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like if you want to experience it and you're the completionist type of person, you will go ahead and maybe do that. But if you don't know
It
that it's there and you have to go out of your way, then you never experience it. I don't know.
but,
It's tough.
caveat caveat to that, it could be, like, a different run scenario kind of thing, like, you do it this way one time, you go through, like, replayability instead of,
Yeah,
like, having to do a straight certain way each time.
no, for sure. Yeah, I definitely get you there. You guys are not going to Ron Burgundy me. I see this Project Windless. I don't know. I don't have information on it, but I am not gonna definitely not gonna read giant fighting cock off the screen.
all right. So Project Windless is one of the ones that just took people for surprise because it was like,
Mhm.
what the hell is this? It is
Uh-huh.
developed by Krafton, and it looks like a super high fidelity Dynasty Warriors like legends and myth, looks Asian inspired, but your character is a giant anthropomorphized
Yeah,
rooster.
Huh.
But he has magic abilities like scream, sonic damage, and looks like a
Yeah, I
Muso
didn't
game, but it looks super high fidelity for no reason. And people are like, why does this look
I
so
didn't see
good?
anything about this. I didn't see this at all, but if I can't
yeah.
jump up in the air and like Liu Kang kick,
You can.
with like talon feet.
You
Dude,
can.
what does
It
Crafton
just
have with chickens? What is their thing with chickens?
Right? But just when you get a chance, watch the trailer for this because
Yeah.
Uh,
it looks cool as hell for no
dude,
reason, like
the chicken looked badass. I'm not gonna lie.
right? Because everyone at first was like, "Well, this is ridiculous," and then they saw the gameplay and they're like, "Wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
This looks cool." Like, it looks like a video game-ass video game and
hmm
positive.
Oh, that's good. We need more of those. We need more video game ass video games. Um,
So that was a cool surprise. We got
yeah.
a lot of cool gameplay for Pragmata, for Control Resonant,
hmm
for the Resident Evil 9's final gameplay trailer, and just for Christ's sakes, they announced a new Dead or Alive.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. I
And the
think there
fighting
was
game
just a
fans are like, "The hell?" Like,
right, right. I think they're just trying to sell physics.
the
I
jiggle
mean
physics.
I mean, putting that aside, the volleyball era of Dead or Alive, people did like those fighting games. Like,
Well, I mean, if you go back to like what PlayStation 1 was it? I mean, we're
yeah,
talking no, I'm confusing it with Tekken because Tekken and Dead or Alive were kind of like in that same wheelhouse of these 3D
yeah,
fighters. They were a different breed of fighter.
hmm
right.
I
So,
got nothing else to say about it really.
like, everyone thought Dead or Alive was dead, like, never coming back.
Yeah.
But so it's a cool, exciting announcement for people who are into that genre, especially.
Yeah, just like Soul Calibur.
Well, I guess the name's
Right.
accurate. Dead or
Dead or
alive.
Alive, right.
Well,
And they're
apparently
re-releasing
alive and well.
Alive.
right, and they're re-releasing Dead or Alive 6, and everyone's like, "I hope it's just with new netcode, and then it'd be a good game."
Mhm.
So, I don't know, just a really good, new Silent Hill game got shown off, Silent Hill Townfall. It looks like it's first person, and it looks super creepy,
Oh yeah, yeah. New
and
protagonist and everything too.
yeah,
hmm
totally new story. This one looks set in Spain to me,
Mhm. Mhm.
so we'll see. Looks creepy, looks thematically jarring.
I didn't even get to
I
play
wanna
Silent Hill F. Like, what are you doing getting us ready for more? And I didn't even get to come on.
well,
I'm
this
a
one is
I'm I'm a shame on my
developed.
house.
You should play Silent Hill F. It's highly, highly recommend that. It's one of the best stories in Silent Hill since 2. Not even gonna lie.
I would say
Um,
that my Steam wish list is open, but my PC can't handle that. Needs to be on
ugh,
needs to be on my Xbox.
fair, fair. But
No,
yeah, so
it's a pretty looking game, so, I mean, I couldn't play it on a potato, I couldn't play it, like, on
but you
potato
could
mode.
get it for Xbox.
No, exactly, yeah, yeah.
But no, so just yeah, this was a stacked and we didn't even talk about everything. There's more. There's an untitled John Wick game being made by Saber.
Oh,
Looks cool as
Oh,
yeah.
hell. Like
I'm ready. I hope that is done well. I really do.
Saros is looking cool. Harold, you might want to check out Saros. It's from the people who did Returnal, but this seems very Lovecraftian. Like they were talking the Yellow
Mm.
Prince and
Mm.
stuff like that. So
Mhm.
bullet hell, 3D shooter, Lovecraftian, cosmic horror, sci-fi.
I'm gonna have to put that in my wish list.
Yeah, Saros looks dope. Like I said, people were saying this was an E3 level thing,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
it was
they have a lot.
mainly not first party games.
I think the last 2 Sony State of Plays have not missed, really.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, if this is their just state of play, what are they gonna have for their summer announcements?" That's Sony's work.
I I think I made a good decision by getting a PlayStation as well, because like, since I got a PlayStation, it's been like, "Ooh, here's some good stuff for you, my friend." It's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
thanks."
because
Right.
guys, don't forget we have Wolverine coming out this year still. Like,
Mhm.
I
That one, I'm skeptical on that one.
I'm
I'm a
I
not
little
at
had like
nervous.
all. I trust
I
Insomniac. They've not had a miss.
but, like, I was excited for the Origins game as well, and then that was just like turd sandwich. It's
Different
hard.
era. You really wanna
Origins was
compare that? Like,
Origins was good for its time. It in the same way that I think it was, what was it? Not Legends, that X-Men Legends was the RPG. It was, another Wolverine game that came out during, I feel like it was that same time. It was like GameCube, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't know. Insomniac has given me zero reason to doubt them.
No, I'm
Like,
Now
saying,
they'll give you one now.
I see. I don't know why people have this vibe for this when like they've
it's
nailed
it's
everything.
ju it's just so hard to have, like, a straight superhero game that's not because Spider-Man, it makes sense because you have, like, web exploration, quick exploration. Like, they tried it with the Hulk. This like, what was it, like, City of something?
Ultimate Destruction.
Yeah, like, they had, like, the open
That was
city
great.
Hulk game. Yeah, it was a fun game, but the Hulk had, like could move fast. If you're stuck just running like Wolverine or, like, stealing cars, like, it's just like a GTA Wolverine mod at that point. Like, you could be claw climbing and stuff, but
You're definitely
other
going to
than
be
that
claw climbing and launching yourself with your claws, and he has a
Yeah.
motorcycle and he has mobility things. Like I don't know why people are thinking like this.
I think,
I c
my reservations really are only based in seeing early footage where things just look a little bit clunky, and that's to be expected maybe with
yeah.
Still in development.
the early footage for sure. But if I see it and this goes for any game, if I see it and I go, then
Mhm.
I feel like it's gonna come out and I'm probably gonna end up being, but I will be
But
happy to be wrong. I will be ecstatic if it comes out and it's phenomenal. And listen, I will all day. I'll just be like, listen, I was wrong, and I had my misgivings about this game, and I'm, stick my foot in my mouth.
I hope to one day rub it in your face.
Yes,
I
please do. You can.
listen,
You have
I'm
my
not
permission.
I'm not saying it will be bad. I am not saying that. I'm just saying I'm going to go into it with the positive skepticism.
That's fair. That is fair, but I don't know. I've liked almost all of Insomniac's games, and
Sure, absolutely. They've not had a miss. Where they've made a bad game for sure. I think this is just like Harry said too. This is a little bit. It's a little bit different. Like, so what do you get out of the entire experience? I think that you get a nice visceral Wolverine. Awesome. Um, but here's what I don't want is I'm killing the same enemy type over and over again.
Mhm.
I don't think that's the case here. I think it is also rated appropriately from what I remember us looking into. Um, I
no,
don't
it's
want
rated
that.
M. It's very violent.
Yeah,
See,
I want dismemberments. I want all kinds of blood and
I
gore that
mean,
you don't
the
get
yeah.
normally.
I mean, the trailer showed him doing an uppercut with his claws out through a person's head. Like, I think
Yeah,
we're good on that.
yeah, I think we
I
are too.
I like, don't get me wrong, I love, like, the Spider-Man games, but they do get very repetitive.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of the game they are. That's saying like Assassin's Creed games get repetitive because you wanted to do
Yeah.
all the extra shit on the map. Like, well, yeah,
Mhm.
of course it's gonna get repetitive. It's an open world map slop game. It's kind of just the genre.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
if you get in Spider-Man, you get in that, like, rut of this is being repetitive. You can do stupid shit with your webs and stuff. You can, like, mess around in other ways. I'm wondering waiting to see what they could do in a Wolverine game when the monotony of it.
Well, and we don't even have confirmation that the Wolverine game is going to be a Spider-Man game with Wolverine in it. It could be a much more focused story game where you're playing through missions and stuff. It might not be you're exploring all of New York City.
right. And that would be great because at least then you can focus on the things that you need to with Wolverine, right?
Mhm,
He's like, it needs to be gritty, it needs to be a certain thing. Like, um I think that one of the most important aspects is going to be the combat to me, right? And I don't hopefully there aren't crazy stealth sneaking missions like crazy because that
I mean,
would
that's
slow
not
things
his
down to me.
style.
Right. And like if you give me a like nice heavy feeling, like chunky
mhm,
feeling combat, like say like the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight games. Like if you get combat that can be like similar in weight to that and similar in flow, I
mhm.
think that you're on the right path.
I think would be cool what would be cool is throwing some kinda, like, skill-based fighting, kinda like, your Wolverine going through this, and when you get to, like, the big bosses, not like small little thugs, but you get to big bosses, it goes into, like, fighting sequences like Midnight Suns.
You mean like
Yeah.
like turn based like Midnight Suns?
Like, side like yeah.
Huh.
Not so much turn-based, but like fighting game kind of esque.
Right. And see, I was
Okay.
just curious, so I went to the site for Insomniac's Wolverine, and yeah, this isn't an open world game because it says you will be going from the wilderness to Canada to narrow streets of Tokyo and much all over the world.
If it can be like a Last of Us, type of story, like, and you're Wolverine, that's cool.
I think
If
that's
if
what
Yeah.
it
you get something
is.
that gives you a little bit more of a grounded thing, but like seeing like traversal early on, seeing different things, it seemed a little off. Well, it didn't seem quite right yet. But again,
Right.
like when's the last time I saw footage? It was what, a year
Last
ago?
year, I think
Yeah,
last
2
summer.
years ago now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I even watched the footage from if there was any last year because I wasn't watching anything.
Right.
Um, I was dead.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's I don't know. I'm with Harry here where I'd be cautiously optimistic. And I like that we kind of dissent a little bit on this where like they've given you no reason to doubt them, but we're kind of like, So we shall see. And Harry and I might be like picking you up in your chair like you're on a throne when it
Hell
turns out to
yeah.
be a slam dunk.
I mean, I can tell you what I want out of a Wolverine game. I want it spanning his whole life, from young Bone Claws to old man Logan. You know,
That'd
We'll
be.
have to
I
see.
feel like that. I feel like that's 2 games.
Yeah. But
well, it just
we'll have
spans
to
his
see what
whole
it
life.
is. Because the whole story of it is he's trying to figure out his past. Like so
Okay.
there might be flashback sections. He's trying to figure
See,
out his history. So
that
he's
would
going from Mandapur to Canada to Tokyo. So
that
It,
is
it,
very interesting. Then
if I
I'm
get to
more.
bully, if I get to bully Cyclops a little bit, then I'm happy.
bully the
Oh,
goody two shoes.
just do like the flip off claw. Have that
Yes,
as like
I
a
yes.
mean,
emote.
we've seen Sabretooth in the trailers. I think we've seen Darkseid in the trailers. It's going to go play. We've seen a Sentinel, so we know it's going like heavy X-Men.
Wait,
Ah,
Darkseid?
I think so. I think that's who's in this picture.
That's a
Yep.
DC guy. You mean Apocalypse?
yeah,
Yeah, sorry. They look the
I
same. They're the same. They're
they look
carbon
Yeah,
similar.
copies.
They look similar.
they're the same. They're
Whatever.
the same. It's a just want to make sure because somebody will come at us and
Somebody
be
will
like,
come
"What do you
at
mean?
us.
This is the DC crossover
It's,
we were
it's a
looking for."
crossover.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, a lot to be excited for PlayStation players.
So, do we have anything else you guys want to cover off of this, or any other topic we want to sneak in?
Uh,
I don't have anything.
I think I'm pretty good.
Yeah, we've covered everything we need to for now, and as always, we're going to continue to dig in and to find new topics for upcoming shows. And if that's the case, thank you everyone for tuning in today. If you like hanging out with us, hit that follow button, rate us on your favorite podcast platform. You can find all of our links in the descriptions. And if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, smack that bell, and be notified when we post more stuff. This one won't be a video. It's going to just be static image. So we apologize for that. But we'll continue working towards getting things rolling appropriately. Until next time, game on, sleep well,